This is the mass assault doctrine. Who needs weapons? Who needs firepower when you have manpower? Popular by the Soviet Union. Also very popular by North Korea. When lives really don't matter and you don't have a lot of guns or ammunition, is it possible to dominate with the mass assault doctrine, with walls upon walls of infantry, to defeat Germany with nothing else, with the Soviet Union? Not with a nation like China, which has unlimited manpower, but with an allied nation. Mass assault, mass mobilization, France, the most unconventional way of playing Hearts of Iron 4. Well, you play a nation in World War II, and I am Feedback Gaming, and I play games the way you're not meant to play them. Hold on to your butts, boys. This is going to be a lot more OP than you think it's going to be. Set your expectations incredibly high. To begin with, we start by building these regions. Also, this one's pretty good, and here's pretty good too. Lots of infrastructure. Ships? No. No, we're not doing those. An army? No, we're not doing one of those. No. Okay, we'll keep the fleet. All right, that's the one thing we're going to keep. And then the Air Force? Yeah, we don't need that either. Support equipment? We don't need that. We'll have a tiny little bit of anti-air. Don't need tanks. Don't need trains. Rest goes into guns. And then we have to sell everything on the market now to give a massive boost to our industry. Everything goes on at a low price, apart from guns and convoys. This button adds everything, and this sets the price. Yes. Sell. Buy. Well, in that case, just sell. And then we make convoys. We're going to do revive the national bloc. That's the more OP path. Then we have to get rid of our disjointed government. So we go down that path. Research. We'll start off with just getting the raw guns out. And radio. 5-speed. Let's go. As you can see, selling loads on the market, gaining lots of economic surplus, which gives a construction bonus. And you can see the speed of infrastructure development is massive here. Plus, a lot of the areas we're building infrastructure has already got resources, getting more steel, aluminium, stuff that we don't really need. But we can sell that on the market, but no one's buying it. Current exports, nothing. Remilitarization of the Rhineland is a diplomatic objection. Boom. Then we go laissez-faire. One of the issues you run into with France is you have the victors of the Great War, which makes your doctrines 50% more expensive, which is very expensive because that means you get your daily doctrines a lot slower. So to fix that, you need to get to the bottom here of army reform, and we're going to go down the left side by going for defensive focus. Defensive is good though because it gives extra breakthrough on the offensive. So it works both ways, offensive and defensively. Radio, get that down. More radio gives more reinforced rate, more troops get into battle immediately, therefore more damage. Public demands for rearmament. This is so cool. Gives free war support and a free early mobilization, which is fantastic. This gives us access immediately into our military factories, which will build those boys and those boys and those boys. Queue up those mills. Now, France has a lot of industry to begin with. It has got a lot of civilian factories. Plus, it works very heavily off your exports. In this case, we are exporting to Belgium for tungsten and loads of rubber to a bunch of nations. And also our aluminium too. The only thing that France hasn't got a lot of is oil. Begin rearmament. We have the option to fix our army immediately, so let's do that. Let's do concentrate industry because we are going to be fixating just on plain old guns. We will migrate to the more advanced guns, but to begin with, we'll just focus on raw output. Better in the short term. So remember, toaster economy is better for infrastructure. Early mobilization is better for military factories. Partial mob is even better for military factories, and so forth and so on. Girder 1 followed by Girder 2. Then we're going to go for defensive focus, which allows us to gain some army XP, which is good. Plus, it allows us to get the more advanced army defense guy. Then we can focus on fixing our crappy government, which hurts our political power game, which really hurts in the long run. So, best to get that sorted. Boom. Concentrated 2. Which also gives building slots, meaning we have more building opportunities. Remember, sort them by how much they progress by. In this case, look at this one, 45%, 10%. Make sure those ones are at the top, because you want those to finish first. Because what's the point of having one percentage build at 9%? They're never finishing. That's just silly. All right, we've got more things to sell in the market. Guns, maximum price. Convoys, maximum price. Everything else, not maximum price. And as you can see, the sales right now are going through the roof. Selling everything. Defensive focus is done. Okay, that's good for now. Then we're going to progress down to here to fix our crappy government. And with that as well, we're going to hire our army defense guy, which gives ticking army experience. Very important for the early game because army experience will allow us to develop our divisions and also develop our doctrines. Spain requests aid. A breakthrough. We'll go for flame tanks. Will we use them? Probably not. Buy time and then strengthen the government. Okay, political power is a problem, and I realize it's going to be a problem, and it's never going to be fixed until we fix our government. So let's go for the silent workhorse. Pays himself back in 2 years, and overall just gives us that little bit of extra political power. Top that off as well, let's improve relations with Spain. Then we could send an attaché, gaining more XP and also gaining some more war support that allow us to go for total mob. Production or stats? We're going to go for stats initially. Then we go breakthrough, reliability, then here, then air attack, and then production ones. All right, let's get an agency. This allows us to reduce the entrenchment for Germany, giving us a little bit extra push. Strengthen the government. And we're going to do working conditions too, because I love stability. Localized training centers so we can get German double agents, building a network 25% faster. First one, and there are no Germans. So in that case, actually, no, the first one doesn't have to be German. We'll go for one that is a linguist, which means they can develop that nationality by working in that said nation. All right, we're strengthening the government now. It's going to take a while. So in this case, in the meantime, we finish off our army stuffs. You get cheaper guns, cheaper artillery, tanks, or you go down the defense path, which gives doctrines. To be honest with you, the defense path is kind of the more cool one in this scenario. But firepower is the one we're going to go with, because that's going to pay better off in the long run. We get 5 upgrades, because that allows us to get +1 spy. 100 political power. Time for Spanish attaché. It's a little bit late, but yeah, whatever. And then we give it a little bit of a boost to the Republican Spanish, which hopefully should let them hold out a little bit longer. Invest into Greece. No. Stability is at 70% plus, meaning we've lost political violence, meaning the chance of a civil war is not going to happen. Spy. And we'll go for Marie Lissman, seducer, and also German. Now, place her right there in Germany. It's usually better to place them in the capital, but I place her just there, right in the Rhineland. A bit like you're going to place your cursor right over the top of subscribe right now. Thank you. I love you. The tank. Heavy French tanks, very heavy. More powerful, more OP, more heavily armored than the Germans at the start of the war. I had a lot of other doctrine problems. Okay, next up is army reform, but we still have a disjointed government, so we can't do it. We have to wait for this to finish. In the meantime, let's destroy our currency. More secret weapons. Yeah, sure. And at the same time, why not go for some naval facilities as well? Like one here and then one here. Naval tech allows us to get naval breakthroughs. And naval breakthroughs allow us to get one specific tech that gives a bonus to soft attack for support equipment. It's very niche, but French is the best nation in the game to rely on exports for resources, as well as your ability to sell on the market due to the fact you've got access to the biggest market being democratic. And look at this, 20k economic surplus. The maximum construction bonus of 27% allows us some insane construction, particularly for these special buildings, which is always good because they take a long time to build. Disjoint government is no longer disjoint. Well, it still is joint actually, but we've strengthened it, and now we can go for defensive stratagems, which basically just means is we get rid of disjointed government. Long overdue. We could do partial mobile as well, why not? This is the key part of the video. So right now, the land doctrine. We're going to complete the first one. It's a bit expensive, but that's okay. It'll pay for itself in the long run. Boom. Mass assault. Now, we go into Spirit of the Army and do the bayonet strength, which allows us to make infantry divisions for free, as well as gains extra XP for combat for infantry divisions. Now, if you're in here, I think that's the biggest division we've got. It is, yep. We make it huge. Massive. Are you massive? And subscribe to this channel. Please, only massive people, I'm afraid. Larger than life people allowed. Everyone else, no. Boom. 40 combat width. Elite. Pop it on with a little bit of anti-air as well. How many of these do we want? All of them. Let's go. Okay, this is the technology that we need. It is proximity fuse. Requires 2 naval breakthroughs, and it does require improved radio as well. So it is a little bit difficult to get early on in the game. The earliest you can probably get is 39, maybe 40. All right, we've got a max spy network on Germany. So in this circumstance, we can pop them on quiet network, meaning we maintain a 100% spy network, but the chance of getting captured is practically 0. Actually, I think it is 0. And it only requires 1 spy, while the other spy can go off and do something else. The betrayal of Czechoslovakia. I was tempted to attack at this point, but I'm not quite ready, so another day. Army reform. Let's do this. This will get access to loads of manpower. Remember, this manpower, this strategy is very important. Mass assault requires a mass amount of troops. First infantry are ready, and deploy. 5 divisions, pop them on the front line. Here we go. The beginning is here. Let's go. Exercise, and we'll select a field marshal that's the right man for the job. He'll do. Deploy them again. Now we can deploy more. We can do 8. And you can see the numbers are starting to go up massively now. Also, don't forget to select your field marshal and do motorization priority. We're only going to defend the Alps. and France. So then we'll have to move some over for Belgium if the time comes, depending on how well we do. Who knows? We might be super effective. Artillery can be improved with reliability. Okay, that's not that great, but whatever. Recruit another scientist for our navy. Then we get an additional breakthrough, 0.02. Wow, they really nerfed how many breakthroughs you get. Used to be a lot higher, but not anymore. We're also going to go for operational reserves, which gives extra HP and increases the chance of relentless assault. Let's have a look. Relentless assault, which is this one. Anyone can do it. It has to be on offensive, and it gives additional attack, I believe. But we can't do it because we've not got the doctrines for it. We're also going to do bold attack as well. More divisions. Army reform is done. The Bloom Violet's proposal. This will give us access to manpower. Deploy. And then more. Making you front line. Pop you guys boys here. You general. Let's go. Damn, I'm having trouble with train production. Unusual. But the divisions are very big. Very supply hungry. Hence the reason why this is a problem. Deploy. All right, we've got 3 armies now. And do with another 20 divisions, so 3 full armies. Put that low on priority, and then we need to go for manpower. And to do that, we need to go for this one, then this one, and then encourage immigration. Maxed out a supply depot here. You can see that it says 20, but we're using 23, so the maximum capacity is 20. If you want to go up by 5, click it, hit once, and that'll build the required railways just for that specific point. To be fair with you, it needs to be maxed. So we'll click it several times. It requires 27, so that's a lot. Probably same for here too. And probably the same for here too. And as you can see now, we have a lot of railways we need to build. Usually it's a good idea to build a supply depot right here too. So there's a lot of things that need to be built. And as you can see, we have no manpower. This is not looking too good. Top it off as well, we are going to guarantee Poland. We've extended citizenship and we're going to encourage immigration now. So that'll give us a big juicy injection of manpower. Guns are now improved. We've all got level 6 Mio, so that allows us to get a policy, and which allows us to go for additional reliability, which we can improve that. And now we have 100% reliability on guns, which is great because it allows us to recover guns when they're damaged. They're so pristine that you can see here, we can recover them. But apparently you can't recover them from attrition. They can only be recovered from actual combat, so 0 recovered. But that's the beauty of going over 80% reliability. You get to recover guns after the battle. Like that one's got a very simple jam. Now that's easy. We can fix that just by unjamming it. So, as you can see, we're having shortages. We're having issues with trains. We're having issues with guns. We're having issues with manpower. 2 of those 3 we can fix immediately. You know how we do that? Well, we just pull off the trains off the market. Boom. Solve that train problem. Guns, we're having a problem with that. That's right. Really? Are we having a problem with that? No, we're not. We pulled some off the market. There we go. Problems have been solved now. Unfortunately, the manpower situation has not been resolved. Everything else has. Army logistics allows us to save more guns so we have less attrition. Plus, elusive gentleman for additional spy is going to be useful. Encourage immigration, and that has given us actually a decent amount of manpower. We've got high compliance and a bunch of stuff abroad, and that allows us to gain extra manpower from that too. How much manpower have we put into garrison? 69. Nice. And do you know what else is nice? When you subscribe to this video. Can we get 500,000 subscribers this year? I believe in you. You can do it. Okay. You like armies? I like armies too. Another one. Oh my god, we have a shortage of guns again. Well, better go into the piggy bank of guns that I put into the market. For the spy, I think it's time to put the spies on network now. There we go. We see everything. So we tapped into the most manpower right now, but we can't up our conscription law until we're at war. So this is something we're going to have to hold back on just for a little bit of time. It is time. Germany has declared war on Poland. We're in position. I'm going to go aggressive, and I'm going to push. At the same time, I'm going to deploy this additional army too. Stick them on the front line. And push. Declare. And then immediately go for extensive conscription. And that allows us to hire an additional army. We have no guns again. Okay, it's time to get rid of that. And do we have issues with trains? No? Okay, that's good. We can initially push, and the Germans have foolishly left a gap in the front line. So, of course, I'm going to abuse that. Let's go 3 speed, and let's push immediately. Remember, it's on historical, so Italy won't declare war and join World War II until Poland has fallen, and then they begin their assault into the lowlands. So I have lots of time here to do some cheesy shenanigans. I'm going to push into here, go 3 speed. Go gradual and slow. Just see how much of Germany I can kind of eat up. Could join the Allies. I'm going to get a Lend-Lease from Poland. Okay, I don't want to do that. All right, I'm going to push into Germany. We've grabbed the Saarland. And then we can make an additional push too. The reason we've got to be aggressive here and push is because we need to pin their divisions in place. Now, they will reinforce more and it will slow down their progression into Poland. But at the same time, we can pressure their front lines and do lots of damage to them. And I think that initial push has gone through. Oh, we broke through the south too. That's good. And I can pin that division in place and encircle these ones on the west wall. And is that an encirclement? It is an encirclement. Okay, this supply depot is overloaded, so I'm going to have to put the railways here. Oh, it's already maxed. Okay. Oh, we have maxed it. Okay, all right, fair enough. One thing to build, to think about building, is in this region, build AA, because they're going to hit this region really hard. So what I can do off the back of that is build AA. Okay, we pin them again here, and I got the option to move around the back here. Oh god, this is a bit embarrassing. The problem with this is I'm slightly overextended, which leaves me in a situation where I potentially could get encircled myself if I'm not careful. We've closed that pocket on the front line. We're in place. The supply depot is about to activate, making big damage. Oh, we've lost a little bit of ground in the north, which is a little bit sad. We do have a breakthrough for our navy, but we need 2 to go for the proximity fuse. So for the time being, I'm going to ignore that. We're in a good spot now. We've made a push. Another push. Oh, this is looking really good. And once again, this is delaying the invasion of Poland because there's less divisions on the front line here. So Poland is actually holding out a lot better than they would normally do. Top that off as well. I'm going to stick my navy here and be a massive annoyance to them and start convoy raiding them. We'll have to import a little bit of oil. Because remember, France has no oil. Making a push here in Stuttgart and actually making some reasonable gains. So I'm just going to keep up that momentum. Also making a push in the south here. How are we still going? I don't know. Pushing Stuttgart's really important because right here is a supply depot. And right now supply is congested because we've obviously filled the front lines. Is that a push? That looks like it. Ah, so close. All right. We can go for military theorist and then start improving our doctrine. So we'll do that now. And then we can go down the right path of mass mobilization. Ah, we grab Stuttgart as well. And then go here, support the attack into Karlsruhe. I'm just going to say it with a German accent and pretend it was the right pronunciation. And then we're going to pause for a second, take a breath, and just check the supply situation. Because I think right now we're in a really good spot. Meanwhile, Poland is holding. That is so good. That is really good for them. They're actually holding. Staff office plan. Staff office plan. Okay, we're all sick. Okay, fair enough. We're all sick. They're trying to push here with their tank divisions, which is kind of cute. Gain a little bit of planning, recover some divisions. I think what I'll do is I'll delete these, reinforce the front line, all those extra divisions. Guns are almost ready. 3, 2, an upgrade for the Mayo. And then make a push. Once again, max planning here. So we're in a really good spot. Once again, the gains here are not looking as strong. Can we potentially make this division bigger? Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Now, the reason I don't want to do this now is 50 combat width is super unoptimal, but there is a way of making combat width narrower, and it is this doctrine. Oh, it's this one. And this reduces combat width size, so I can't do that until I've got mass human wave, which is a bit sad, but it is what it is. It looks like we're not making any gains here. We are actually helping out the Poles, though. But they're trying to make a push here, so I'm going to make a counter push. AI is really smart recently. It really does try to prioritize attacks in certain regions, which is really cool to see. And this is the offensive they're pushing against us. Oh, Poland's gone. Okay, I blinked and I missed it. I guess they lost Warsaw and they just crumbled. Oh, that really sucks. Poland, you were meant to be the chosen one. Anyway, train those divisions again. Start building them up again. Doctrines is something we'll come back to. You're going to have to put some troops on this front line. Otherwise, I will have no defense to the south. Italy is just going to walk over me. Improved radio is done. So more reinforced rate is really going to go a long way. Plus we need the guns. Plus we need the artillery. Plus we need the anti-air. Plus. Wow, actually the offensive capabilities here are actually pretty good. They're actually doing a decent job. And the way you do this is just keep reinforcing into this one point that they keep repeatedly attacking. The south here is not looking too strong. Once again, these divisions are so big, they require so much supply. Organizer will be good because logistical wizard will be really useful right now. Reinforce, pop them into the battle. And you can see they're reinforcing, and our reinforce speed is really fast. Plus, they're losing quite a lot of their cast needlessly. And that loses their offensive capabilities for pushing into lowlands as well as into France. So right now, we're in a really good spot. Now, the Doctrine, this one is going to give us reinforce rate and recovery. Reinforce rate is going to be max now. So we'll be able to stack lots of divisions, lose lots of manpower. There is some losses to this, but we can hold the front for a very long time. Less likely to be reinforced memed. What is reinforced memed? It's a popular phrase used in the multiplayer community. It basically just means is this guy in reserve can't move to the front line quick enough, and the whole of these frontline divisions all lose at the same time, meaning these guys at the back can't reinforce. But look at the bonuses here. Look at the reinforced bonuses. They're massive compared to the Germans, which is tiny. I've got 13. They have 6. meaning their ability to reinforce is limited. We are convoy raiding here, but we don't seem to be hitting that much. Put them on always engaged, put them into 2. Nothing seems to be happening. But when they do try and knock out Norway, they definitely will be engaged in the battle. We're losing a lot of factories here due to importing oil from America. I was hoping to import less, but by the looks of things, I won't be able to now. Doesn't matter. That's cool. Okay, this front line is getting abused. So what I'm going to do is just narrow it a little bit. Now they're trying to push this front line, which is a good push to make actually for them because it means they get to encircle that one division. But I'm not going to allow them, so I'm just going to back up. Manually right-click into reinforce and go back. And they're pushing again, but they're not making any damage, so it's a shame to lose some territory. However, the AI does a weird thing at the moment where it's going to prioritize troops for here and Denmark, and it'll pull troops off the front line, and I'll be able to take advantage of that. Guns, artillery, we'll do advanced machine tools. So it's quite easy to do an infantry build because you can focus on significantly less technology. Right now, I don't have to focus on tanks or air, and right now we're peeling away their air force slowly, piece by piece. We have a spy. Forgot to use it. Pop it there. Reason we lost that spy because it's not going to attach because this region has been occupied now. We already own it. I have not continuing their attack. Denmark has capped. Now they're going to try and go for Norway. Will they be successful? I think I'm going to split it into 4. Therefore, the chance of us spotting and actually engaging with something is significantly higher. Also, don't forget to add all your repair queue on. And also, we'll add on naval refit yards, which refits and repairs significantly faster. Slovakia's joined the war. It's on now, boys. It's on. Don't seem to be very quickly engaging Norway here. Norway's holding out. This tends to be a big pitfall for Germany. If they invade Norway early and try and send troops over, they'll lose lots of divisions in this sea region, the eastern North Sea. It does look like there's a few divisions here that they've broken off. Oh, here we go. They've invaded Luxembourg. Deploy our initial troops here. Pop you here for the front line. Specifically make sure this is the more defensive boy who was good at mountain defense, which is good. They're pushing into Luxembourg. I'm going to extend the front line to help them out. Oh, they're pushing into Belgium too. And in that case, I'll just spread the full front line out. They're pushing into us completely. And we can just reinforce this front line as we move around. Oh, we've engaged them here. And these are freights. That's not really what I wanted. But we are engaging them and then actually shaving off some of their navy. I'll put them always engaged. We'll take lots of losses, but then we'll always take out all the troops that we engage. Well, the ships that we engage. And we've had to shave off loads of our ships because a lot of them have got damage, which is okay. And at the end of the day, if you're going to have a navy, you might as well use it. There's no point just like putting them in port and being like, no, we can't lose them. Speaking of losing them, 11 divisions. That's not nice. What I could do here is peel these guys off, defensive general, and do a last stand. Yeah, I think I will do actually. And try and do a counterattack to try and relieve them. Meanwhile, front line here. Ooh, we lost a few ships. That's okay. Once again, what's the point of having a navy if you're not going to use it, right? What's happening here? Denmark is at war with Germany. I have never seen this before, ever. They surrender immediately. Why are they at war with each other? What? I've never seen that before. Oh, okay. I was lucky. Managed to get the divisions back. Oh, do we want to hold this point? I don't think we do. Losing the supply depot is actually devastating, but I don't know. Don't usually do this, but because we've got the economy to do it, I'm tempted to buy some guns off the market. So select guns, sort by the most guns, America. 3 deliveries for 6,000 guns. How many guns do we need? Oh, we need quite a few. Do you know, we've got enough production at home. I don't care. Meanwhile, we're still engaging. I love this carrier undefended. Okay, there's 3 destroyers, okay, so it is defended. We're actually making an impact now. We're denying their ability to invade Norway. And surprisingly, Denmark broke away immediately. I've never seen that happen before. We've got 1 naval breakthrough, but we need 2. So we just have to wait. Meanwhile, spies here are doing a good job. They're denying the German attack because they're preventing planning bonus. Look, no planning bonus there. Usually they have a big hefty 50% attack bonus, but in this circumstance, no. Something I rarely do is request Lend-Lease. I probably should do that. Yes, request Lend-Lease. They've given us 3,000 guns. Okay, well, that's an easy way of getting guns, okay? We request Lend-Lease from America? No. America doing that isolation thing. America, why aren't you there when we need us? America trying to make that superhero entrance, you know? Okay, the amount of cast they've got is significantly less now, so their offensive capabilities are a lot less. If we have a little look, we can see that they lost over the last 12 months. They lost 229 bombers and 379, so about 600, 700 close air support aircraft, large ones and medium ones. They are making offensives here, but they're very small and not meaningful. Manpower's not a problem now, it's actually the guns, so we're working on that. The Humble Appeaser, giving a big boost to stability, is worth it because war support is not that useful in this scenario. But then we can always utilize domestic film industry, giving a +10 war support, and then Radio, which gives them the 5%. And then war bonds. Southern Norway, trying to naval invade. And we engage them. Oh, big battle, big battle. And we engage. Can we engage again? Usually you can try to get them as they land. Ooh, that's a lot of divisions in Norway. I don't think Norway can handle this. Oh, then again, they've not got access to a port. And now they do. Or troop transports. Once again, that really hurts the amount of army size for Germany. Why didn't the Allies do this in the war, hey? Too scared of losing too many ships, right? Probably. Can make a push in the north here. Yep. And we've got a pocket. Okay, they are pushing us there in the south. Okay, that was a mistake. Okay, overextending in the southern region has actually been the bane of my existence, so I'm probably not going to do that again now. Do another last stand here. Okay, is this an exploit? We make one division, put him on last stand. Oh, he's about to arrive. I have to select a different general. Last stand and then move him all onto this one. Do they all get last stand now? Yeah, they do. Okay, that's a nice exploit. All right. Okay, the German situation is not looking too good right now. I get to do more doctrines. We can do human wave now. And then we get to make the division just redonkulously large. This makes the overall combat width go down. Then we put more divisions on it, more firepower. And overall now the divisions are very big. Okay, get those guns off the market. I think the market has been exhausted of its usefulness now. Needs a little bit of anti-air, so we just balance that out. And right now we've got a really firm hold on the front line here. I feel pretty confident. Not so much about Africa, though. Who really cared about Africa, right? You know, that sounded edgy, but it really wasn't. Meanwhile, focus tree. Yeah, let's fix the economic devolution. Yeah, it does something a bit weird right now. The divisions are prioritized in a really strange way. Because look here, there's so many divisions in this location. Then if you look into these locations, there's barely any. So it allows them to be opened up for counterattacks like this. And there you go, you can make a little push. Just a little one. And then another one. And then another one. And I guess maybe another one? Yeah, go on then. Go on then. And now we have an infantry expert with an infantry specialist, which is so crucial for France because they don't start with one. Extra defense and attack makes all the difference. However, Germany has landed. And don't look too good. Look at these divisions with low strength. See the orange bar? Some of them are a little bit low, so they're not doing quite well. Then again, the front line is looking in their favor, but if they try and do reinforcements and supplies, they're going to struggle. So their offensive capabilities might be limited. Plus, Norway's super mountainous, so you need to have all your stats in the battle for these kind of things. As you can see, the front line is not looking too good for them. Also, infantry expert. I've heard that's a goodie. Also, logistical wizard. I've heard that's a goodie. Oh dear, this front line here is looking super weak. So I'm going to take advantage of little offensives, just little pushes, just to the north of the Rhine. Yeah, this is looking so good. I'll make a big push. Oh dear, what has happened? So let's remember, this is an offensive now of just 2.7 million troops. Oh, encirclement here. I don't usually pay that much attention to where the pushes are being made, but I can see right now there's gaps, so I'm going to take advantage of that. This is the best way to battle plan, by the way. You want to like make pushes in certain key areas, grabbing victory points, grabbing supply depots, having a keen eye for those encirclement opportunities. Of course, I'm going to improve the soft attack as much as possible here by focusing on artillery and basic guns. I suppose I could take it one step further by going for the support equipment. You know what? Actually, the one step further from here is actually logistics. Basically, this is an optimized Soviet Union strategy. So optimize the mills here to go for support equipment and motorize. So we're planning ahead to where we're going to be going. Oh, they're last standing. I'm going to right click here. And another research slot would be useful. So let's do that. And then Munich has fallen. This isn't one kind of thing here, but it's a combination of things. Delaying them in Poland hurts them. Denying them in Norway is really harmful for the amount of divisions that they lose. And then to top that off as well, making additional pushes and breakthroughs. Oh my god, that's a big pocket. Wow. How many divisions are here? So one on the front and then 29, 250,000 troops. Boom, gone. Big push. You see, pushes across the front here is massive. All right, how are things looking? We'll get rid of them allies. So allies have lost 844k. I've lost 745 against Germany. Remember, this is a manpower build, so remember, you're going to take losses. Probably could have been half of that if I didn't lose the pocket down there. Top that off as well, we have 1.89 million losses for Germany. 1.1 of those was inflicted by yours truly. Right now, I could stop for a second, gain planning bonus, but I kind of don't want to because right now I can feel the momentum is in my favor. What I'm going to do is coordinate all my troops to push on areas that I control, meaning it's going to flip to my color as I push in, which I kind of want that because I want to occupy land, therefore get a discount in a peace conference. I'm thinking ahead. You know what I like? War support. Let's stack that. And also working conditions. I like that. But Dave, you've not gone for war economy. I just don't care. The spotting chance would be a lot better here if I had a radar, but I don't. See the supply problems that they're having. However, they have occupied the south. But they probably lost a lot of convoys in this region. How many convoys have they lost, though? How do you find that out? So you have to go into Navy. Then you have to go into lost ships. Then Germany. Last month, they lost 2 convoys. This year, they've lost a total of 390, I believe. Well, I lost 5. That's actually really bad for them. Let's have a look at their intel. So they currently have 168 convoys to 317. You know what? In this situation, I forgot about my spies. They become detached. They should give you a pop-up when a spy detaches, shouldn't they? Like, you know, hang on a minute. Your spies, you're not using them. I feel the urge to import guns just to make sure I keep the flow of my offensive down. I want to import those from the Republic of Ireland. Okay, cool. And then the United States. I am going to do what I said I wasn't going to do, and I'm just going to take a breath here. Build planning bonus and reinforce my troops into the front. I don't like that these divisions are so big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to destroy that division and make it my reserve division just for this front line. And that means I need less guns so they can reinforce into the front here. I suppose what I could also do is put you guys on reserve into a different front line. Opportunity for encirclement opportunity. Do I want to take it? Reinforce. Oh, look at the combat with it. It's so wide. However, they are reinforcing, so could be doable. You know what? In a weird way, this strategy relies completely on the AI being stupid. So you kind of need to rely on them moving troops out where they shouldn't. But they are reinforcing this one area, so it is in their favor. So in this case, let's stop. Stop it. Logistics are in place. Extra divisions I don't care about. We are having issues with support equipment, so we'll get the mills on that. Oh my goodness, big injection of guns. Okay, I actually don't think I need these anymore. All right, never mind. Market purchases have been cancelled. Don't need them. All right, you're all in good position here. Oh, this is a perfect opportunity for a push. Because the front line is so wide here and you're attacking from so many angles, the combat width is so wide. See, there's 200 combat width. So in that circumstances, I can put a lot of firepower here and then out-reinforce them. Hence the point of this strategy, really. We can do guerrilla warfare now, which is a defensive move, which we don't want to do. But we are going to do mass charge. Can't do relentless assault because that's the other side of the doctrine tree. Okay, so we'll have to do this one, which is mass charge, which increases the combat width by 50%, which is good for us because it allows us to squeeze more divisions in the front line. As you can see here, even though we're not outgunning them in firepower, we're just out-reinforcing them. Meanwhile, they push into the Alps and they get nowhere. Okay, we went from 15 factories on support to 40. I guess I didn't anticipate how many I would actually use. Improve the railways here, and oh, actually no, we need to improve it again. Another one. Another layer. Industry is pretty big right now, so we're in a good spot for an offensive, so let's do it. Pushing to Sudan is not helpful, but pushing to the north is very helpful. Once again, when the first full front line tears away, their entrenchment's broken, so they can't dig in again. That's an opportunity just to keep pushing. Oh, and Berlin! You know what? I didn't realize how far I was into Germany. They've lost a lot of industry right now by losing the Rhine. This area's got a lot of industry. But now, that's our industry. Meanwhile, in Africa, ooh, push towards Cairo. Then again, not doing too well. It'd be kind of cool if they made offensives in this region, but they never do they? It just feels like one division pushes. Little minor, tiny push. And Berlin has been taken. No point sitting on Army XP, right? So, Mountaineers, okay, they're pretty good. I'm going to top that off as well. We might as well add them onto the division. Rangers. Really useful because they gain a movement and attack bonus into forests, hills, mountains, plains. However, I do not have any support equipment. Research slot, too little too late. Usually you get that a lot earlier, but whatever. Need the political power right now, so I'm not going to select to focus. You gain double otherwise. And then research-wise, I guess we start to rush more advanced guns. Stop for a second. Pause. Reinforce. Build planning bonus again. Oh, is that encirclement? Actually, it's not. They can connect here. But I'll still push anyway, because there's an airport here and potential supply. So once again, full encirclement here, like a... What 80 combat width? Oh, is it because it's attacking over a river? Attacking over a river means there's like a defensive bonus. So you can like get to behind a river and then narrow the combat width, which is really bad for this build. Hence the reason why this battle's going on forever, because you can only fit 2 divisions into the front line. Which is kind of crap, once again, for this build. And they can just keep reinforcing indefinitely. Well, that explains why we weren't able to break that earlier. Meanwhile, oh dear. These are all having bad supply. Maybe I want to make a push here? Not effective, because these divisions aren't very good. Because what I could do is convert them to the bigger division. And then it's going to take them a while to be trained up and be ready. You know, you start off with a cavalry expert. You know what? It'd actually be better to have horses at the start of the game as France. Do you know what? I probably could have broken through all the way into the Rhine and southern Germany if I'd had horses instead of infantry. But that wouldn't be the Soviet mass assault build, would it? Oh, wow. They're almost cut off now. We push now. We've locked them in. Boys on the front. Still a little bit behind on the guns. We've got the support equipment now, so that's pretty good. All ready to reinforce. Another push. And that breaks the front from left to right. Ah, that's really bad for them because they're going to lose so many divisions now. Meanwhile, Norway has actually officially fallen now. It'd be nice to have a full breakdown of like how many losses were through convoy raiding. That would have been kind of cool. But no. Also, one thing I forgot to mention, this is actually kind of one of the reasons why the strategy is so strong, is that mass assault wave, or human wave offensive, gives additional 5% recruitable, which is the equivalent of extensive conscription. So now I have extensive conscription twice, which is kind of the equivalent of service by requirement. So 2 service by requirements. Ah, the capital of Germany is Prague. Actually, that's a puppet state. It's actually Vienna. Okay. Okay, we made a big push here now. And I think we don't need any more troops there now. But the Allies take care of that. Never mind, we made a breakthrough into Italy. We've not had the Civil War yet, though. How many front lines we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4. What are you doing here? Oh, and 6. There's a little one here. Pocket encirclement. One thing I always forget about, too, is technically Rangers are classed as recon, so they would bonus from the recon company. So you can see here, can you see there right there? Rangers right there. You get a bonus to reconnaissance, which is good because it gives you more favorable tactics. Something I don't usually care about, but today I will. Italy has capped. And I got the puppet, which, once again, I think it's just based on pure contribution. I don't think it's based on who's the leader of the Allies or who controls Rome. I think it is just purely based upon who has the most contribution, which is me. Germany is on its last legs. Last look. 3 million losses. I lost 1.47 million. Also, I don't like the Soviet Union. Justify. I think I'll take all of Germany and all of Denmark. Wait. I also want Greenland for its strategic position, and plus it's pretty big on the map. If you know, you know. Also, top that off as well, we do have a puppet state. So if I were to give this land, which is rightfully owned by the puppet state, practically free land. Also, we lost a significant chunk of our navy. So do you know what that means? We need to replenish German fleet, Italian fleet, Romanian fleet. Yoink. The AI never requests fleets, which is kind of sad in a way. You think nations that don't have big fleets would want bigger one, right? Press 1 in the comment section if you would like a bigger one. And also subscribe. Have I not mentioned that yet? All right, a navy. Merge them all up. Go back home. Ah, and the German Reich still exists. Oh, wait, hang on. No, that's the German Republic. Okay. Oh, okay. An improvement in Peace Conference AI. And then we build civs inside of Italy and then we put spies inside of the Soviet Union. Meanwhile, factions. Oh, there's no Axis. All right. Okay. Wow. We actually have a development here, guys. Breakthrough. Okay. So you can't build just by hitting the button for extra bottlenecks. So what you do is you build the bottlenecks to the land that you own. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of railways. And then you manually build them up yourself by selecting them on the map. So they'd be, I guess, here. Yeah. And as you can see, that requires a significant amount of railways. Oh my god, the list is huge. As you can see, we've got a reasonable amount of compliance because we're on the democratic local autonomy, which is the best for a compliance gain. Meaning we gain the most resources and manpower. However, resistance is a bit of a problem. Extra army. Full 5 armies on the front. Exercise to level 3. Oh dear, the supply depots are a little bit oversaturated. We'll work on that. Declare war on Japan. Okay, why not? Don't usually do this, but another super heavy artillery. The way I see it is it's 5 mils for each army. And that has eaten a considerable amount of tungsten. Super heavy artillery. To be fair, in this situation, I probably would be better off with an assault engineer company. But I do that every game. So why not play it a little bit differently, right? 2 naval breakthroughs. At long last, we get to go for the proximity fuse. 702 days with this one. And this one's 774. Okay, this is a no-brainer. That's the one we go with. This is technology. It's very difficult to rush. Okay, so I just think I need more artillery. And the tungsten requirement is going through the roof. Now we produce enough. It'll take 200 and odd days. Okay, we're getting there, though. I love this focus. Freedom Front. Destroys fascism. Destroys opposition. One-party state democracy. That is an oxymoron. Oh, wow. They created Ukraine. Wow. Does Ukraine even own this piece of land in the modern day? I don't even know. Okay, war goal is here. Ability to push is also here. Also... Oh, I was going to build a compliance state, but you can't because I'm allied. Anyway, declare war. Soviet Union's very naughty, so go. Come on, join the war, Poland. There we go. So one way of taking the pressure off your supply depots is to build logistics companies because that means less supply overall, meaning less trains and trucks are required in the long run. Oh, that's a beautiful break. Why has Paradox done this to us? Why do the makers make a massive list of artillery? Why can't they just allow us to sign multiple mills on here? Why, Paradox? Why you make me click? The only downside of super heavy artillery and super heavy self-propelled artillery is it completely shreds infrastructure as it pushes. So to compensate for that, what I'm doing is adding on to the repair queue of civilian factories, all of them. So the minute something needs to be repaired, we'll instantly prioritize that. Then we have to build railways off the back of it. This is Hearts of Supply. Hope you enjoy building supply depots and railways, because this is like the main thing you do in the game when you're in the Allies and you have 10,000 spies. Typical Allied game. You tend to find that the breakthrough actually happens when you start to make a little encirclement, just a little one, and it seems to throw the AI off, totally tilts them. So I'm going to try and go for the classic like Bessarabia, Moldavia push here. Usually this is the best place to push. Boom. Encirclement. Not a big one, but this usually does what you usually want. It throws them off. The tilt has begun. Begathered. I can understand now in multiplayer why people are assigned for different roles to do different things, because right now I'm building railways, I'm repairing railways, I'm placing spies, and I'm just battle planning the rest. If they ever remove battle planning in Hoy 4, I think I'd probably move to a different game. Stimulate the market. Yes. You know what else that likes to be stimulated? The subscriber button. Press the subscriber button. 500,000. Can we do it this year? Okay, I promise that's the last time. So what tends to be quite helpful is construction, because that also adds to the repair. So quicker repairs is based upon having more construction, raw construction. Oh, massive breakthrough towards Kyiv there. But Dave, what are the losses? Soviet Union has lost just shy of 1 million. I have lost 661k. Do you know what? It's not that far away. Because remember, this is a mass assault build. It's all about just throwing raw manpower against the front line. Meanwhile, Spy has been upgraded. Oh, he's an expert now. 10% attack, 15% defense. Very good. Plus, we now have the assault rifle. Plus, we have the eternal queue of super heavy artillery that never seems to be fulfilled. Maybe when we get the production efficiency super high, maybe we can produce enough, but we're actually losing more than we're gaining. Yes, it's less than we're gaining. Maybe this is an opportunity for take a breath and build up reinforcements. Yeah, I'm going to take the opportunity. Everyone on the front, get the reinforcements up, and then we'll make another push. Okay, Poland, I don't think you need to access all this land. I think I need to occupy it because I can repair it significantly quicker. They're only going to give me one piece of land. Are you joking me? And they won't even give me a single piece of land. I think it's because I'm not the leader of the Allies. What could I do to become the leader? Take over faction. Need to have at least 5.63 million deployed manpower. I need 350 factories. Do you know what? We're actually not that far away from that. And if I could deploy another army. Getting more manpower, that's easy. Just deploy more divisions. And getting more factories, well, that's kind of easy too. You just got to build factories, or in this case, steal them from Italy. Press this button, and we get from 281 to 340. There we go. Can we take over the Allies now? We have the right amount of factories, but not the right amount of manpower. We need to increase our army size by ×2. Operation unthinkable. Oh, we did get some land from Poland. They were only willing to give us one piece of land at a time, and I got one piece by piece by piece. Don't ask me why. They want to give me one piece at a time. I have no idea. This is good now because that means we get to repair all of the infrastructure as well as the railways immediately. Oh, they were researching helicopters. That's kind of cool. Ah, Germany, democratic Germany has joined the Comintern. Make it make sense. Okay, the UK has taken the northern front, so I'm going to take the southern front. You concentrate all your divisions on one front line, you'll be able to hit just a little bit harder. I remember back in the olden days in Hearts of Iron 2, the only way you could take land directly was if you pushed from land that you existingly owned. So if you're in a situation where you had to invade through an ally, you'd never get any land. It was really annoying. There was no peace conferences. Everyone was resolved on the overview map, which is, yes, as stressful as you would probably imagine it would be. Big push. Okay, we lost about 1 million, and they've lost 2.4 million, total of 3.5 though. What are they on? They're on extensive conscription, and they have 1 million manpower. Yep, the Soviet Union never runs out of manpower. Also, my contribution is 44%. Upgrading for super heavy artillery to self-propelled super heavy artillery gives me extra nothing. Is it worth it? Probably not. I still haven't got my proximity fuse. How far can you see with spies? Practically everywhere. Oh wow, even over to Vladivostok. Well, not 100%, 7%. Oh, it's still going up. Okay, maybe. Listen, if you get enough spies anywhere, the number will go up. Okay, so resistance here is getting a bit high and it's causing a lot of problems with repairs. So what I do here is I try and change the law just specifically for this region. In this case, the Soviet Union. So scroll down, find the Soviet Union, and then change the law. Now, you can look at these numbers and be kind of like, what the hell's going on here? Compliance obviously is something you build over time and gives you resources, as well as gives you access to manpower And the requirement is how big the division is, how much manpower is required to keep this law fulfilled. And this is how much it reduces resistance by. Here's a little pro tip for you. If you hold control, you can actually see the difference. So the current law I'm currently on is martial law. Probably go for local, just to show and demonstrate. If you hold control, it shows how it's different from the current law that you're currently on. So in this case, martial law will reduce the resistance by 70%, but you lose compliance, and you need 40% bigger divisions. And that's the reason why I'm just going to do martial law just for this region. You can see all the green arrows pointing down. I mean, the resistance is going down because I'm putting a division, a law here with a garrison law that's of significantly more strict. The strictest one for, in my case, for a democracy anyway. Also, another way of reducing resistance is, where is it? This one, continuous law, reduced it by 5%. It doesn't seem to work when it's already quite low from martial law, but if it's something like local autonomy to gain compliance, you do have a massive effectiveness for this. In this case, the Germans are a bit upset that they were occupied. Don't care. Pop. And Japan capped. Okay. My contribution was 0%, so that's not going to happen. Okay, that just tells me that their navy stalled, and then the United States landed on them. I didn't even actually see that even happening. The plan was to push all the way from west to east and to take out Japan from the other coast, from the Pacific. But, oh, well, I don't need to do that anymore. Hey, 97%, 98%. Not used to capping the Soviet Union without a compliant state. Leningrad, the last stranglehold of the Soviet Union. Pop! Okay, a little pro tip. Any land that the Allies take, you just occupy that immediately and take it off them. And then you can go into a constant battle here to try and occupy land. And that means as time progresses, you're going to gain the most points. And then when you get enough points, you should be able to take the rest. Because you've got the biggest contribution anyway. Press 1 in the comments if you have the biggest contribution. With 78% contribution that I've got, I should be able to take the lot. Okay, I can actually say wholeheartedly this strategy does not work. It's just better to take all the land that you would normally take anyway. Well, welcome to the ugliest borders you've ever seen in the entire world. It looks like whenever you contest land, you're actually losing points. So it's best to take all the points that you can get for free and only contest the ones when the peace conferences come to an end. Because this apparently is 68%, or was it 78% contribution? Doesn't look like that, does it? Looks pretty awful. Please comment below. Let me know you've reached the end of the video by saying, wow, Dave, you made Border. Congratulations. If you want to support my content and go one step further, you can click on the join button below this video and it'll give you access to videos that will never be released ever, but will only be available to memberships. If you've seen them, you know. Plus, you get early access to my live streams and videos earlier as well, off the main channel as well. Wow, so much content. Just one click away. And if your name is on screen right now, that means you've already joined me. Welcome to the elite crew. I love you. Have a good day, boys. I'll see you soon. Bye.